Hello, welcome to my channel Robotics for Juniors. In this video, we will put LED and button in the same circuit as in the previous video, but will make changes in the software program so that the button acts as a switch to LED. That is, LED toggles when the button is pressed. If LED is on, it will switch off when the button is pressed, and it will switch on when it is already off and the button is pressed. This is the circuit diagram. We did it in detail in the previous video, so we will go briefly with it. The button has two terminals. One terminal is connected to GPIO pin number 3 and the other terminal is connected to ground, that is pin number 6. The LED's negative terminal has to be connected to ground, so we connect it to the button pin itself, which has ground. The positive terminal of LED goes to resistance of 440 ohms and the other end of resistance goes to pin number 11. Let's connect the hardware components. Connect the button on the breadboard across the gap. We will use the pins of the button which are on the same side of the gap. Connect any of these pins of the button to pin number 3. The other pin goes to ground, GPIO pin number 6 using the black jumper wire. Put LED on the breadboard. To provide common ground, we can use the bust stripe or connect the negative terminal of LED with another jumper wire. Connect the resistance of 440 ohm to the positive terminal of LED. If you do not have the exact value of resistance, you can use a combination of resistances. For reading the color code of resistance, please watch my video on Basics of Electrical Circuits. Then, the other end of the resistance goes to GPIO pin number 11. With this connection, our electrical circuit is done. Before switching on the Raspberry Pi, we should check our connections once more. Now we power up the Raspberry Pi. The Raspberry Pi should be switched on only after making the connections of the circuit for safety purposes. Go to Menu, that is Raspberry icon, then Programming and Thonny Python. The GUI, that is Graphical User Interface, opens up. Start writing the program. From GPIO 0, import button LED. With this line, GPIO 0 library is imported in our program. Next, from time, import sleep. With this, sleep module from time is imported. Now set the value of variables. Button equals button 2 in parentheses. Next, LED equals LED 17. Now we want that we have to run the program once and then every time we press the button, LED toggles. That is, it switches its state from on to off or off to on. We then write while. In this line, while word means that the next lines will be in loop until a condition is true. This condition we will write now after while. True. Writing true here ensures that this loop will run every time. So we are not checking any condition, but we want to run the following statements every time. And writing colon is a syntax we have to write for a loop. Now, next lines begin from a gap from above lines, which is called indentation. For that, we press the tab key. So the lines will start from here now. All the lines having indentation will be in loop. We write button dot wait for press. Now the program will wait for the button to be pressed. Next lines will be executed only after the button is pressed. We put some print statement. Print button is pressed. And we toggle the LED. LED dot toggle. Put some small sleep time. Sleep 0.5. After 0.5 seconds, it will be ready to respond to button again. So we need to run the program just once. Now every time we press the button, the LED toggles its state. Let's run the program. So it's waiting for the button to be pressed. We push the button. The LED glows. We push the button again. The LED switches off. We do it a couple of times. You can see at which statement the program is waiting or running by putting a couple of more print statements, like outside the loop, at the beginning of the loop, and so on, to get a more understanding of the program. So by changing the program, we can make our same circuit behave in a totally different way. In previous video, we needed to run the program every time we wanted to press the button and LED to respond. In this project, we run the program only once, and now the LED responds whenever the button is pressed. This completes our project. See you in the next video. Please provide the feedback by liking the video or writing the comments. Subscribe to my channel Robotics for Juniors for upcoming projects and tutorials.